What is it about the end of summer that I always feel like time has flown by? Like at the beginning of summer, I feel I have this whole long summer full of warm and sunny days ahead of me. And then all of a sudden, end of August, as we all prepare for what's called la rentrée here in France, which means going back to school, going back to work, summer's over, let's get back to reality. And I really look back and think, where did summer go? Like, it felt like it's flown by, and I'm not sure if I have fully enjoyed the summer days. When the nights are getting colder again, when we start stocking up on wood for the coming winter, we know that fall is inevitably coming. Even though we really do have so many nice, warm and sunny days still throughout September and October, I always struggle a bit transitioning to this next season, and I've been so incredibly busy this summer. I have worked days and days on end on my cookbook, which I am happy to say is almost finished. We have a photo shoot planned, and I'm also going to share really gorgeous images of the wine makers' work in the vineyards. I am sure you're going to love this book. If you like this channel, it's going to be so much more than just a cookbook. And yes, the end of August, early September is la rentrée, but it's also a very buzzing and happy time of year here in the Côte de Beaune wine region, because it's harvest time, and harvest has started here this week, and some people have started last week already, and it always gives such a wonderful vibe. We had friends from the Netherlands visit, and I took them on a tour through the vineyards. And we also went to look at Chateau, which I have visited before in this on this channel, but they're doing great renovation works. So I wanted to go see how they're doing, how they're getting on with the renovations. And I also wanted to show you their beautiful Chateau garden.
Dit is echt een mooi, dat dak vind ik wel. Ja, dit is inderdaad wel mooi. Nee. Oh, een mooie muur. Van zo'n ratje toe in de tuin, zeg maar. Van alles erin. Een paarse bolletjes op.
Speaking of a chateau, I keep being amazed with how many there are everywhere here in France. It is really amazing. And maybe you've seen my recent home tour video, which I shot in the Beaujolais region, and I have a friend there, and I contacted her on the day saying, "Hey, do you have time?" And we met up for dinner that night, which was really lovely. And I don't know, somehow we ended up at another chateau.
Génial. T'as vu les parasols comme ils sont beaux?
Bonjour monsieur. Est-ce qu'il est. On avait vu qu'il y avait un salon de thé. Est-ce qu'il est possible de.
Il l'ouvre.
C'est beau.
Ça revient à 17h. Je sais pas quelle heure il est, mais on sera très bien.
Il est 17h10.
Bah tu vois, parfait.
Ferme. Oh, j'adore.
C'est chouette, hein.
En plus, il y a du vent.
Regarde cette fenêtre vénitienne.
Où ça?
Juste en face, là. Avec les armoiries.
C'est très bien là. C'est joli. Ça veut dire qu'on a bien mangé.
We also went on a short family vacation. We always just block the rentals so we can leave as a family for a few nights. And we didn't go very far. We just went about 3 hours drive to the region that's called Le Parc Naturel du Pilat, just between Saint-Étienne and Lyon. And it was actually really nice just to spend a few days in another scenery, without the distractions from work and our phones. We just did some hiking and just spent time together. It was really, really nice.
Allez, c'est bon, je m'occupe de vous.
Devenu radical.
Oh, wacht, die begint braaf met zijn slaap.
Eten? Mag dat?
Back home, the signs that fall is coming are everywhere in the garden. So we're getting ready to slowly and gently transition to this new season. And we're also harvesting our grapes. We haven't done that so far. We've always just left them, and the bees and insects really like them. But we have also noticed that especially the hornets like them. And since maybe about 10 or 20 years, we have Asian hornets here in France, and they are very destructive for the natural balance in the garden, meaning they eat bees, and they sometimes can kill an entire colony of bees. So we are going to put traps for the fall, and also we're going to cut all of the grapes because they fly around all the time, and although the males don't sting, the females do, and that's actually quite dangerous. They're not as dangerous as the European hornets, but still, you don't want to get stung by them. So we're cutting them also around the front door of the cottage. Since we're renting it out, it's more comfortable for guests. And we're actually going to try to make maybe confiture with the grapes for the first time this year, because we've never, like I said, harvested them. So that's the confiture season, the grape harvest season. The boys have gone back to school. So yes, we're gently and slowly transitioning to fall. And fall is such a beautiful season here. The vineyards look absolutely gorgeous in the fall. The weather is usually really nice. So I'm hoping to share some of that fall magic with you in the coming videos. As always, thank you so much for watching. I'd love to hear from you in a comment, and I will see you in the next video.